Hello everyone, welcome back to One United, daily news segment. Well, I got a big news today, a lot of news today, right? So as you can see on my headline, Cavani has confirmed to join Manchester United. His agent has confirmed that agreement has been reached with Manchester United, and he will be coming to Manchester United in a 2-year deal. Remember, he's a free agent. The wish he's demanding is he wants something similar to his wages at PSG. Is around 210,000 pounds per week. But I think United negotiate. I think he will settle with something a bit more less than that. So maybe in around 9 to 10 million a year in a 2-year contract. Considering he's free and considering his ability, I know he's injured a lot. I know a lot of fans has concern on his injury record, but I think with that kind of money, he can do he can do a good job. He can do an adequate job, especially he's very reputable striker. Very prolific. Somebody that young striker will look up to. I'm sure Martial, Greenwood, Rashford will learn a lot from him in the training ground. So I think, considering all things, if we put our negativity in this whole transfer window aside, if we look at this in isolation, I think this is not a bad signing. Not a bad signing, considering he will be a backup. Right, he is a backup striker. Make no mistake about that. Martial is still with number 1, number 9. Well, that's kind of confusing. Number 1 center forward. But Cavani is not a bad option to have on the bench, right? If you compare it to Igalo, and Igalo is leaving in January as well. So Cavani is not a bad option at all to have from the bench, right? Especially we need something different. He's different from all of our forwards right now, where everyone is very young, very mobile, roving type of forward, and he's a more traditional, classic center forward. So when we need something different, when teams are really hard to break down, we can bring him on, pair him with Martial and Greenwood or Rashford. So I think he can bring something, provided he can stay, fit. But like I said, considering he's going to be a second choice, and he's not going to start, week in, week out, I think we can manage that part in terms of his fitness. Okay. But I have to say, I will only consider this a good signing, clever signing, if, and that's a big if we get our priority signing done by the end of the window, which is Sancho and to less extent Telles, right? If this is a sort of purchase, to cover up the inability to get those priority signing, then this is a totally shit signing. So, as an alternative to Sancho or Telles, if this is the signing for that, this is a totally shit signing, and everyone in Manchester United should be pissed off. Not the least Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should be pissed off with the board, for giving us a 30-year-old striker as an alternative to one of the best young wingers in the world, potential to be one of the best in the world, and a top class left back. Right? If this was the alternative to those two, then fuck the board, okay? Fuck Ed Woodward, fuck Glazers. But I don't think that's the case, right? I really don't think that's the case, right? Well, I really jumped straight into it today, right? So no introduction. Again, please hit the like button, of course, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because we always bring you the latest and most interesting content to Manchester United, especially during this transfer window. We only have 2 days, less than 3 days left. We'll see what gonna happens. Okay, and that's on Cavani. He still have to have this medical. Let's hope he pass that medical. He won't have any. Oh, I think my camera is not on point here. Okay, I think that's better. With his injury record, I wouldn't be surprised if he fails it. That medical. But this is a stupid joke talk. I expect medical to be done today. I think latest today, and I think he will be announced short by the end of the window, I guess. We might even announce all 2 or 3 signings by the end of the window simultaneously. So don't be surprised in that. It's very hectic end towards the window. Typical Manchester United, right? Always love drama, always love all the attention, grabbing all the headlines towards the end of the window. Okay, that's on Cavani. I'm still waiting for the for more information, but like I said, it's confirmed. He has confirmed he wanted to join United, and Now only pending medical. I think personal terms is not a problem anymore at this point. I think it's really an advanced stage. I don't see this. I don't see this collapsing. Apart from the medical, apart from if he fails the medical, which is very unlikely. Okay. Okay, that's on Cavani. On Sancho, I know all the news you guys are waiting for. It's a lot of news on Sancho. Also, one by one. Firstly, he was not in Dortmund's squad yesterday's game with Dortmund. I think Dortmund won 2-0. Right? He was not even in the squad. Official statement from Dortmund that he and Berkey, which is Dortmund goalkeeper, is out due to illness. But CC Agner, like I said, one of quite reliable mouthpiece for Dortmund, said that he's totally trying to force this move now, right? He's forcing this move, and Phil felt that the Norwegian journalists that have a really good connection with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer also said that from his sources, from his information, that's nothing related to sickness when it comes to Sancho not being in the Dortmund squad. So this really points towards that he is forcing. Even Guillaume Balagi, I know Guillaume is not the most reliable source, but he did mention that Sancho is now pushing for the move now. With a lot of sources saying this, even insider sources, a lot of saying that he's now forcing the move. There's even bold claim saying that he might not even be in German at this time. Right, he's not even in German, and although Dortmund calls him to come back to training, he refused to do that, and he wanted this transfer to be sorted out as quickly as possible. Considering we only have less than 3 days before the transfer window closes, and this shows to me that, at least my personal feeling, with all multiple reports saying the same thing, I think he is pushing for a move. I think he is starting to throw a tantrum a bit. He's been really respectful throughout the window, had to be said. The type of personality that we want. He's been really respectful, but we're on Fergie time right now. Less than 3 days left. I know something's got to give, and it seems like he has started to take upon himself, to force the move. I think I really think because a bid has been made, an acceptable bid, or at least a fair bid. Sancho Campsville, a fair bid has been made to Dortmund by Manchester United, whether that be formal or informal. I do think Sancho's camp feels that a fair bid has been submitted by United, and that's why he's pushing the move, right? Because I don't think he will push this if United did not make any move. I think he pushes this because United has made a bid, like I said, whether formal or informal, they has made a bid that he feels is fair. And the word coming out latestly from Duncan Kessler in his podcast, he said that it's 95 million euros upfront with 15 million euros in performance-related bonuses, and those are really easy to achieve. Add-ons, like goals, number of appearances. It's not like really hard to achieve add-ons like winning the Ballon d'Or, winning the Golden Boot. So that's a total of 110 million with the 15 million add-ons, but those add-ons we can say pretty much guaranteed to be to be achieved. So 110 millions out of the 120 million euros demanded by Dortmund. I feel Sancho feels that Sancho and I both of us feel we have a connection. Feel that is fair price. So I feel that's fair price. I know you want $120 million, but 110 in pretty much guaranteed. I know it's 50 million add-ons, but pretty much guaranteed. I think that's a fair price. So that's why Sancho has started to agitate it for a move right now, right? So we'll see what happens next. But really crazy dash towards the window closing deadline. And on Telles, I don't have any official news from any credible source yet, but insider source said that it's done. It's done now because Telles is pushing it, and Porto is willing to lower down the price even more from 50 million euros. And the one that I said that United bid less than 10 million, I think that has been rebuffed by I forgot who was that. I'm sorry. I totally forgot about that. I did put it in my notes. Sorry. But that person has rebuffed that that claim, that report. So United did not bid as low as that. I think that would be bullshit as well if United did do that. So I think they might meet in the middle, between around 12 to 13 million. So because Telles is pushing it as well, and they keep reminding Porto, if they don't accept it now, in January he will go for free and they won't get any money. So the wise thing for Porto to do is to accept the money. At least they won't listen for free and they get something, and they really need the money because of their debt issue. So I do believe that it is close. It might happen very soon as well. So there's a policy. We will see possibility. We will see 3 signings being done in quick succession. Really crazy. But if we do that, Van der Beek is in right now. So if we do get Cavani, and then tell us lastly we get now Sancho, that's 4 players. I think that's a really satisfactory window. I think that's a really, really good window. The only blemishes is that we leave it too late. They keep the fans, getting annoyed, agitated, anxious, waiting for towards the end of the window. I think that's the only negative part. But if we do, big if again, a big if we do get all 3 of these completed, since Van der Beek has been completed, all 3 of these completed before the end of the window, I would say, good job, Man United. Even though I'm still annoyed and pissed off on the way you do things, even though you manage to get it, in a way salvage it, in injury time, if I can use that terminology. So that's on Sancho. And another news that's on Telles. Another news that make me feel that this Sancho deal is happening is that United, has paid 10 million release clause for Penarol winger. His name is my god, it is embarrassing. I forgot his name. Yeah, Facundo Pellistri, right? So report saying that we have paid 10 million. He's a really young right winger from Penarol. He's an Uruguayan as well, so you might get a second Uruguayan United, but he's not an alternative. Sancho needs to remember he's very young, so he would be a similar signing to Stefanovic. So there would be mostly played in the under 23s team with some appearances in the first team. So these are the 2, Stefanovic and Pellistri would be a 2 winger. So we have a really young, good 2 wingers now, left winger, right winger. So I think that's one for the future. But the fact that they paid 10 million, they're willing to pay 10 million, money that can be give to Sancho instead of buying Pellistri right now. But I think that shows that United are confident that we'll get Sancho. So what they said about Pellistri here is that insider said it is done, all done concerning. But where is that? But Sebastian Giovanelli, right, from Uruguay, said that it is done. Only things that is stopping us now is that 20% release clause on agents fee. But that's not concerned by United because that's the club, this selling club that has to pay that. So pretty much I would say done, similar as Stefanovic, done, but pending all the formalities on technicalities. Like I said, this might be a sign that Sancho will happen. They are confident that Dortmund will accept the bid, and typical Dortmund, they are starting their PR game now, where making statement that Sancho will not leave, definitely 100% will not leave. But in fact, we know Sancho has started to agitate for a move, starts pushing the move, not being in training. I think he has skipped training for 2 or 3 days now, and not being in the match day squad. So I think this is general, typical narrative done by Dortmund to make Sancho look like he's the bad guy. He wanted to leave. We don't want to sell, but he wanted to leave. What else can we do? We have to accept the bid. We have no choice. Or typical narrative by Dortmund there, I guess. So I would say on Sancho, I know all of you are really hoping right now, but be cautiously optimistic, right? I was 95% in the previous video. I might drop down a bit, because of the tight deadline now. So my confidence has dropped down to around 75% right now. So that is what I meant by is it cautiously optimistic. I am being cautiously optimistic right now. Optimistic nonetheless, but being cautiously optimistic, not too optimistic. So I think that's what you guys should hold right now, being cautiously optimistic on this Sancho deal. Right, but it would be stupid. It would be stupid. It would be illogical and ineptitude of the highest order if United didn't get this deal done. The player wants to come, manager's first choice, Manager already talked to a player, personal terms agreed. The only thing is, agreeing a fee with the club, right? And this is the biggest transfer story in this window, the most protected transfer saga in this transfer window. So if it didn't happen, United would look like fools, totally look like fools, like like I said, inept, embarrassing. It would be totally embarrassing for United if this didn't happen. So that's why I feel United are confident, quietly confident that it will be done. They will get this over the line eventually. So cautiously optimistic, right? So again, Cavani confirmed, pending medicals. Sancho pushing for a move, not being in training, right? Now started to force the move. I think because United has submitted a bid that he feels that it was fair. And Telles, insider said, will be done, almost done. Porto willing to lower down the fee again. And Facundo Pellistri, Panera winger from Uruguay. United are already willing to pay his 10 million release clause, so it might be completed very soon. So this is a signing similar to Stevanovic, someone who's not going to be in the first team, but for the future, going to play, mostly going to play an under 23 team. Okay, so that's all the news I have for you today. It's going to be a crazy day towards the end of the line for this transfer window. Always click on the bell button, so you get notified of our latest content, and we will update you if there's any really breaking news. I will of course make an immediate video whenever I am. Or just because you're wondering why I put Cavani interested instead of done deal, because medical haven't done yet, right? So I will not jump the gun saying it's done deal. My daughters, sorry about that. Done deal. So wait for the medical before I say done deal. And of course I'm gonna wait for that 3 magical word from Fabrizio Romano. Here we go. So I'm gonna see you guys on the next video. Hopefully more positive news on Sancho and Telles. Again, please like and subscribe. Bye bye.